little architectural designs just like in the sidewalk, and it can look like a dart on an old school pattern if you were a dressmaker or costume maker. I don't know what the world looks like today in terms of making clothing from hand or what have you, but you used to be able to go to Joann Fabrics and find patterns. You could do it through like the Sears catalog, JCPenney, and Joann Fabrics. That's how we did it. And you would have like a home ec assignment, and it would be like, make a pillow, make a bag, make a dress, make, you know, and you had to get a pattern for it. It's like, oh, we have an idea. Let's keep busy by, you know, making some, you know, maybe over the summer, make something and just buy the pattern for it from so on and so on. And over the past year, I noticed that there was all this signage about, she kind of stepped forward, acting as if she were putting me in motion to go to Macy, so we got to go over here to set the record straight here. So some people do that, they assume things, and it gets annoying. So anyway, with the patterns, where are we going? With the patterns, and Joann Fabrics was a very popular place to get patterns. And they would be like that brownish, crinkly paper, kind of soft, crinkly, and then you would, you know, create little lines on fabric, and then you had the scissors or that rolling thing that put like little perforation marks on the clothing or the fabric that you needed to cut. But over the past year, I noticed that a whole bunch of Joann Fabric stores were closing. So it begs the question, like, is it the sort of death of patterns? Like, are there still patterns for making clothes the old-fashioned way? Or how's it all done these days? And of course there's sweatshops in different countries and stuff like that. And what's to become of patterns in general? And what if patterns became a way for people to communicate, or I don't know, there's a whole thing with patterns. So, but you'll see like sidewalks or even buildings with certain types of architecture that might reflect patterns, that these people are pattern makers. Or maybe by the Ritz-Carlton, maybe they made their money off of the dance world, the show world. That's where a lot of costume making, you know, became a big deal, you know, in the show world of stage and entertainment. You still have costume makers that are revered for their ability to make certain types of clothes and stuff like that, tailors and all that. So Taylor with a Y is part of our family lineage, not with an I, but is this open yet? Still not open here. Kind of waiting for this side to open. Veterans Affairs moved. General contractors. So this is the east side of City Hall. Here it looks like they're getting rid of everything, you know, racks and everything. If there's an entrance still open on this side, we'll go through, and this is the last, you know, few hours of Macy's. I'm assuming they're open till 7, but final few hours. Almost like in the last hour, I feel like they should just give stuff out for free during the last hour. But I guess they really can't do that, so it's all like 70% off, 80%. No organ today, that was all yesterday, so today's just like a free-for-all of buying up stuff. And I guess even if you own your own store, you could come in here and like pick up stuff and say, you know, I got this on the last day. So used to be the men's department. A club room over here. There's a Club Quarters hotel, and I guess the clubs are wrapping it up. Macy's are wrapping it up. So, what if it's like a weird end of an era for specifically minded people who are all about clubs, joining specific groups or what have you. So they have this closed here. So I'll have to go over here instead. Wait, I'm kind of curious. So a marquee, like an old signage thing, is a sign holder of $30. I'm wondering how much they are regularly in the normal world. Like, can you go to Walmart and get one for $10, or are they actually that expensive? You know, so. There's still some stuff here. This was all here while there were crowds yesterday, and tons of people were all jam-packed in here, so it was a little bit treacherous, kind of. But there's the, infamous organ from eons ago, and I guess the pipes. The organ is actually over there, but and I don't know what they're gonna do with the organ. I'm sure it's in an article somewhere, like what they're gonna do with all this. I mean, the building will probably keep a lot of its elements, and it'll just become a lofts and retail. So it still will have stores. It won't be a big department store, I guess, but it'll have apartment lofts and so forth and so on. So they have a special take a picture with the eagle on this side, and there's a line for that. So meet me at the eagle. I've been watching an actual eagle YouTuber. It's Jackie and Shadow. They just had 3 pips, but one passed away during a snowstorm. So anyway, it's interesting to watch. There's a couple YouTubers that had a live stream on these eagles in an eagle nest somewhere. So I suppose a good little community. That's funny. Fishing gear. That's old school. Integrity. That's integrity. That's funny. Let those who follow me continue to build with the plumb of honor, the level of truth, and the square of integrity, education, courtesy, and mutuality. I thought it said humility. So, anyway. Which way are we going? Queen-like chairs. Right, there's still music that could be.